Every successful industry giant is once just an ambitious idea. When paired with a lot of effort, hard work, ambition, and determination, it manifests into great things. But all the most infamous companies in the world started somewhere. In fact, some of the most recognizable names once started out in a person's garage or bedroom. It's really pretty wild to think about and hard to imagine. But the fact is that some of the highest valued, prosperous, popular, and successful companies on the planet started in a small garage. Who would have thought that the cast-off room from the house could yield such remarkable greatness? Here is a list of 12 billion-plus dollar companies which got their start in an area designed for keeping cars out of the rain. What started as a dream manifested through a place quite literally close to home. And with a lot of willpower and hard work, the following 12 businesses, many of which we bet you can guess, became industry juggernauts and have revolutionized the world in many respects. Ever dreamt of turning your garage startup into a billion-dollar empire? Well, these 12 companies did just that. From humble beginnings to world domination, let's explore their incredible journeys. Smash that like button, leave a comment with your favorite rags to riches story, and subscribe for more amazing tales. And hey, for some entrepreneurial goodies, sneak a peek into the description box. Ready to get inspired? Let's roll! Microsoft. With very few resources at their disposal, tucked into a small garage to accommodate their workspace, Bill Gates and Paul Allen achieved the seemingly unthinkable by starting one of the world's biggest companies way back in 1975. They constructed an operating system that they were able to secure licensing for about $80,000. Encouraged by their success, the two went on to complete multiple other more advanced software projects, one of them being Windows. Since then, Microsoft has expanded into everything from computing to gaming and telecommunications. They continue to be at the forefront of introducing various exciting projects to this day. Bill Gates, still the head of the now massive corporation, is the second richest person in the world with a stunning net worth of $100 billion. Dell. Back in 1984, Michael Dell dropped out of college after attending just 1 year and started a custom computer building business out of his garage. He eventually decided to expand his business by moving his company to North Austin, something he could afford from the profits of 1 year of his computer building endeavor. Someone you know most likely owns a Dell computer, as Michael was able to grow his computer building business into an industry giant, proving that his risk-taking and determination ultimately paid off. Google. Susan Wojcicki rented her California garage to two aspiring creators in 1998. Their names were Larry Page and Sergey Brin. In 5 months, the duo developed the first rudimentary version of Google. However, they found it to be taking up too much of their time, so they decided that they would sell it to Excite, a popular search engine at the time, for just $1 million. The sale didn't pan out, and that was for the best. Today, Page and Brin are both worth over $30 billion, ranking among some of the richest individuals in the world. Their company has grown and has been woven into our daily lives like a few others. Today, Google is worth around $350 million. Amazon. In 1994, Jeff Bezos started a small online bookstore called Amazon.com, originally operating out of his Bellevue, Washington garage. It actually took Bezos a year just to sell his first book, but it didn't take long for things to pick up, quickly ramping up the successful sales, boosting Amazon to quickly becoming the world's largest online retailer. As we all know, Amazon sells far more than just books these days, but pretty much anything and everything else. In 2018, Jeff Bezos' net worth was estimated to be $135.5 billion. At the time, this ranked him as the world's richest man. Apple. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak worked together to make their first Apple I computers in 1976 and were able to sell 50 units to a local retailer. After Jobs ordered all of the necessary computer parts, the pair built the 50 units in a month with the assistance of a small team. As they continued to build and innovate, they were able to increase utilized technology and build out new systems. Things snowballed pretty quickly, making Apple the highest valued and largest tech company on the planet. While Steve Jobs has passed from pancreatic cancer, his efforts and legacy will live on forever through his massively successful brand. Hewlett-Packard, HP. In 1939, Dave Packard and Bill Hewlett started Silicon Valley, a small technology club. They could afford to invest $538. Now, back then, that was serious money, and it enabled the pair to start selling a variety of products, eventually branding the name Hewlett-Packard. The company grew and became more specialized in the tech market. Today, it's a massively successful and one of the largest computer companies in the world. Yankee Candle. At just 16 years of age, Michael Kittredge started creating candles in his garage. Though they were originally meant as a Mother's Day gift for his mom and were made by melting crayons, his efforts garnered the attention of his neighbors. Realizing that he had interested buyers, Michael made a few sales. The demand kept coming, so he decided to ask two classmates to help him meet the demand needs. In 1969, he founded Yankee Candle, and it quickly grew into a booming business. While he sold it in 1999, the business prospered on, and Yankee Candle stores can be found in almost every major mall in the United States. Disney. In 1923, brothers Walt and Roy, along with their uncle Robert, began filming Alice's Wonderland comedies in Robert's garage. You shouldn't be surprised to find out that these three had the last name Disney. As we are all aware, Disney is arguably the most recognizable brand in the entire world and is by far the highest-grossing media conglomerate in existence. Harley-Davidson. In 1901, William S. Harley had an idea to apply a small engine to power a bicycle. He worked with his friend Arthur Davidson in a Milwaukee, Wisconsin woodshed as they developed plans and ultimately built the motorbikes together, formally founding a company named Harley-Davidson in 1903. It is easily the most recognizable motorcycle name in the world, with every biking enthusiast wanting one of their own. Maglite. With just $125 in savings, Anthony Maglica began working on a lathe in 1950. It was incorporated as Mag Instrument in 1974, with Anthony running a business of flashlight component delivery to needing manufacturers. With time, Anthony realized he could design his own flashlights and make them better than what his customers were making. He began to create them himself, forming Maglite in 1976, and has dominated the flashlight market ever since. Mattel. In 1969, Harold Matson and Elliot Handler began building dollhouses from picture frame scraps, ultimately founding the toy company Mattel. Their dollhouses far outsold their picture frames, so they decided to make toy making their primary business instead. Since then, Mattel has become the world's highest-grossing toy manufacturer. Lotus. A stable net to the Railway Hotel in Hornsey, London, may not strike anyone as a particularly interesting location. But for Anthony Colin Bruce Chapman, it was the location where he would build his first Lotus car in 1948. He was just 20 years old, and he certainly never imagined that his invention would become one of the most popular brands in competitive racing and sports cars.